Have you ever felt like the harder you try to make people like you, the more they seem to pull away? It's a frustrating, confusing feeling, isn't it? You bend over backwards, you say yes to everything. You try to be the perfect friend, partner, or colleague, and yet something just doesn't click. It feels like you're running on a treadmill, putting in all this effort, but going nowhere. But then something shifts. Maybe you get tired. Maybe you get busy. Or maybe you just decide, enough is enough. You stop trying so hard. You stop seeking approval with every word and every action. And that's when a strange and wonderful thing happens. People start gravitating towards you. They seem to like you more. They respect you more. It's almost magical. This isn't just a coincidence. This is a fundamental shift in dynamics rooted in human psychology. Today we're going to dive deep into why this happens and how you can harness this power to build more genuine, effortless relationships in your life. First, let's talk about the try-hard energy. When we're desperately trying to be liked, we often emit an energy of neediness. We're seeking validation from others to feel good about ourselves. People, consciously or not, can sense this. It puts pressure on them. It feels like you're asking for something from them, their approval, and this can be draining. It makes interactions feel transactional rather than authentic. Think about it from their perspective. If someone is constantly agreeing with you, laughing a little too hard at your jokes, and always available at a moment's notice, it can start to feel disingenuous. You might wonder, what does this person really think? What do they actually want? It creates a sense of unease because we're not interacting with a real person, but with a carefully constructed people-pleasing persona. So, what changes when you stop trying? The first and most important thing is that your authenticity shines through. When you stop filtering your thoughts and opinions to be more agreeable, people get to see the real you. You start saying no to things you don't want to do. You share your actual opinion, even if it differs from the group. You pursue your own hobbies and interests without worrying if they're cool enough. This authenticity is incredibly attractive. It shows that you have a strong sense of self. You have your own values, your own passions, your own backbone. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin. It signals confidence and self-respect. When you respect yourself enough to be true to who you are, others are more likely to respect you too. Let's look at this through the lens of social value. When you're constantly seeking approval, you're subconsciously positioning yourself as being of lower social value. You're acting as if you need others more than they need you. But when you stop trying and focus on your own life, you create your own value. You become a person with a full, interesting life that doesn't revolve around anyone else's approval. This creates a sense of intrigue. You become a little bit of a mystery. People get curious. They wonder what you're up to, what you're thinking. Your time and attention become more valuable because they're not given away so freely. This scarcity principle applies to relationships just as it does to economics. When something is less available, it's often perceived as more desirable. Now, this is not about playing games. It's not about being intentionally distant or aloof to manipulate people. That's just another form of trying too hard in reverse. The key is to genuinely shift your focus inward. Instead of asking, how can I make them like me? You start asking, what do I genuinely enjoy? What are my goals? How can I become a person that I myself am proud of? When you invest in yourself, your hobbies, your career, your mental and physical health, you become a more interesting and vibrant person. You have more to talk about than just gossip or trying to agree with everyone. You have stories to tell, experiences to share. You bring value to interactions simply by being you, not by trying to be what you think others want you to be. This also changes the dynamic of your relationships. When you're not desperate for connection, you're able to choose your relationships more wisely. You're not just accepting anyone who gives you a sliver of attention. You connect with people who you genuinely vibe with, people who appreciate you for who you are, not for the persona you put on. These connections are deeper, more meaningful, and far more fulfilling. Think about the most charismatic and well-liked people you know. Do they seem like they're constantly worrying about what others think? Usually no. They have a relaxed, self-assured presence. They treat everyone with respect, but they don't pander. They have their own frame, their own reality, and they invite people into it rather than trying to fit into someone else's. How do you start making this shift? It begins with small steps. Practice saying no to a small request you don't want to fulfill. Spend an evening doing something you love by yourself instead of waiting for an invitation. When you're in a conversation, practice sharing a genuine thought or opinion, even if it's a little different. Notice the anxiety that might come up. The people pleaser in you might scream, "They won't like you. You'll be rejected." Acknowledge that fear, but don't let it control you. What you'll likely find is that the world doesn't end. In fact, people will often respect your honesty and your boundaries. Another powerful step is to stop seeking reassurance. Stop asking things like, "Are you mad at me?" or "Did I do a good job?" Trust your own judgment. Assume that if there's a problem, a mature person will bring it up to you. This projects confidence and reduces the burden on others to constantly manage your emotions. The goal is to move from the state of seeking to a state of being. You're not seeking love, you're being lovable. You're not seeking respect, you're being respectable. The difference is subtle but profound. It's the difference between chasing butterflies and building a garden that attracts them naturally. When you build a beautiful garden, a rich inner world, a life filled with purpose and passion, the butterflies, the genuine connections, will come to you. And they'll stay, not because you've trapped them in a net, but because they are drawn to the vibrant, authentic, and self-sufficient world you have created. This journey of stopping to try is really a journey back to yourself. It's about shedding the layers of who you thought you needed to be and embracing the person you truly are. And in that authenticity, you'll find the connection and love you were seeking all along, but in a way that is effortless, genuine, and truly sustainable. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories about when you stopped trying and what happened. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on building a more authentic and fulfilling life. See you next time.